With us now covering the first three factions, Waterburg, Universe City, and Eden, we can now finally go into the last major faction of New Austin. Today we'll be looking at the loosely formed group of the New Texans. Combat armor has existed within every Fallout game in some way. In that time, it has looked very different than the current iteration found in both Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. These newer designs look like an older version of the combat armor that was described in lore. This is all fine, but since Fallout 3 was my first Fallout, I really missed having its combat armor in the game. With this new faction coming from a descendants of the army as well as preppers, this gave us the perfect opportunity to bring this armor back into the game. With this iteration of armor, several colors will come with it. Although these colors and designs are still being decided on, we plan on adding as much customization as possible, starting with colors. Of course, with these different paint schemes, we'll also be investing in faction paint jobs for all armors so players can rep their teams. Along with these paints that can be mixed and matched, we are also working on giving each armor unique upgrades that will change the way the armor works. These upgrades will be expressed visual on the character as well as with stat increases and other gameplay changes. Right now we are only showing 5 of these options that all armors will have, albeit expressed in different ways. What upgrades would you want added to this armor? Although I do indeed love the classic combat armor, we needed another armor to really show the progress of time within the game. Once the world settled down a bit, work continued on a pre-war project to develop an armor platform that can be used by special forces. This work brought forth the Oppressor Armor. Just like the classic combat armor, this armor will have a variety of different paint jobs to mix and match to customize your look. And just like the other armors, you will be able to customize your armor to share the looks of your favorite factions. Along with these customizations, this armor will be getting several different upgrades that will be changing the look of the armor as well as changing how it works in-game. My favorite of these is the Raider version. Very spooky looking. Would you like some crazier paint jobs for this armor? Let us know. With any new armor, it would be lost without having a new weapon. With New Austin's focus on the more sci-fi energy weapons of Fallout, we found it fitting to add a newly developed weapon within the lore of New Austin. A new laser rifle. This laser rifle will be taking the place of the Fallout 4 assault rifle. Just like all the weapons in Fallout 4, there will be a variety of upgrades for this weapon. Different stocks, barrels, and sights. Along with these upgrades, there will be some other more unique upgrades as well, but we aren't ready to show those just yet. And of course, there will also be the same paint jobs that there are for the armors. This way you can match your purse to your dress. Within New Austin, the toxic wasteland is lacking in one great resource. People who can work the land without costing their lives. Some may fill this void with enslaved, but for the most part, in New Austin, this hole is filled with the feral. The pacification of feral ghouls led to using them to work the land and to carry the burdens of others. As the player, you'll run into caravans of these ghouls. Some will be mobile shops, others barbers, chefs, or many other things. You'll also be able to buy and kit out your own ghouls from various vendors, if you have the caps. You'll also be able to pick up contracts to hunt and capture the feral ghouls in the wasteland. I wonder how they got so many ghouls though. Very strange. This armored hazmat suit is worn by the feral ghoul handlers of New Austin, used to watch over a flock of feral ghouls while they work on toxic or radiated lands. Often commissioned as a kind of cleanup crew within dangerous places of New Austin, thanks to them, New Austin's reconstruction has been much quicker than it otherwise would have been, taking care of the many radioactive cleanups within the city. A good armor with some great radioactive protection. Since this faction is made up of a large amount of small groups who came from the children of Doomsday Preppers, it was very difficult to conceptualize what an outfit would look like for this faction. I think some more time is needed to really figure out what their look should be. Something I want to lean towards when taking inspiration is the many militia groups found within the US. These groups seem like the closest thing to the Preppers we'll be depicting in game. We will revisit these groups in the future though. We hope you have enjoyed this look into the development of Fallout New Austin. In the coming weeks, each part of this video will be released as a standalone mod. This is primarily for testing purposes, but you will be able to find these mods from the links below, each being announced via their own video, so be sure to subscribe to the channel for those videos, as well as future New Austin updates. In future videos, we'll be looking at a variety of different things from New Austin. Let us know below what kinds of things you would be interested in seeing, and we will cover those first. Until that, I'll leave you with the release of the classic combat armor as a standalone mod. Find it below, and remember that they are not final, so suggest any changes you would like to see. Goodbye!